Procrastination is borderline a disease that people glorify. They think it's some sort of joke, like, oh, I'm such a procrastinator. I always put things on hold. I'm not an action taker. I just leave everything to the last minute. And that's not a good thing. Like, I know some people they think is funny. And of course, is in some cases, it's not as serious. But if you're somebody that actually wants to go out and achieve something spectacular, better than just average and the normal things that get achieved that everyone does, you need to become an action taker. And I've always been somebody that just gets on with it anyway, so it's not really ever been a problem for me, to be honest. So this is one of the videos I can't relate to, but I can certainly give advice because I've realized the importance of taking action. And it's something that is just, if somebody told me to do something, I'm gonna go out and do it. But I didn't realize the extent to how good having this sort of in your, I guess, characteristics as a person is. And it was something that is it massively benefited me when I was amongst the, appointment setting and Instagram theme pages. There were some side hustles that I'd done because I was always a person that, we'd have a meeting, have a call, and I'd go away and I'd take action straight away. I wouldn't ponder. Of course, everything was calculated. I wasn't a rash person, but you need to understand that when you're competing against people that, they sell their limbs to get something, to achieve this goal, you can't be the person that's always sort of playing catch up. And procrastination is something that a lot of people my age, I see people suffer with it a lot. As soon as if you understand, I don't know, you want to start your own business, you want to start your own clothing brand, and you've having this thought every single day over and over and over again, it's clearly something that you want to do. You've weighed up the risks, you've weighed up, the benefits of starting this clothing brand as well. Just take action. Make sure that everything's calculated, and every action you take, you have like taken into consideration everything. But don't spend months, weeks and months planning like, oh, shall I do it, shall I not, or what if this happens, because you will just end up talking yourself out of it. But if you look at it and it's not totally ridiculous, it's something that you actually want to do, you have a passion for it, don't talk yourself out of it and be like, oh, like, what if it doesn't take off? What if my friends, take the mick out of me? It doesn't matter. These aren't things you need to be taken in consideration. The only things you need to take into consideration is, how will it affect you financially? It's like, are you able to live like comfortably, like you eating every day, you're healthy, you have a roof over your head? Like, these are things that you need to take into consideration. Everything else you can just figure out along the way. You don't need to figure out, oh, like, what's the manufacturer what manufacturer am I gonna use? Or what's my logo? Or what's the brand name? These are things that you can figure out along the way. That's the journey. That's the journey of starting a clothing brand. Ask yourself, am I in a financial situation to do it, to start it? If yes, just start it. Otherwise, there's going to be somebody else that will probably take your idea and they're going to be those successful ones. But you were just too busy questioning everything. And that's what I learned when I was on this journey. There's a lot of things that you can only figure out once you start the journey, and two, you don't need to have a whole entire plan mapped out step by step, month by month, day by day. It's unreasonable. It's unreasonable because you need to be the person that is making progress every single day. Don't be the person that has to calculate every single thing, and then they get down to the very last step, and then it's like, oh, you know what, guys, nah, I don't want to do it. Because you'll talk yourself out of it, or you'll allow other people to talk you out of it as well. Because everyone loves to look at the risks, or what happens if that happens, what happens if it doesn't work out, or like, what are you gonna do about this, what happens if you have to sell that? It doesn't matter. It's down to you. As long as it's not completely, totally ridiculous, you're not going to be able to eat. You're going to have to sell the house, sell your car, fucking sell your kids, sell your wife, all that shit. It don't matter. Honestly, like, don't actually go and start selling your family members. But guys, like, just simply being an action taker, you'll be surprised. It puts you so far ahead of everybody else, because everybody else, they just love to leave things for later. But later is not an option when you're on this pursuit of greatness. And I know it sounds cringe, cliche, whatever, but it's true. When you're on this path of greatness, the one trait you need to have is to be an action taker. Otherwise, and I've learned this a lot in my life, somebody else will take action and somebody else will take the thing that you want. I don't know if there's, any guys on here, you've had it where, you've been wanting to speak to a girl, you like them, but you just never do it. You never pluck up the courage to do it. And then somebody else goes in, takes a girl that you want, and you're sat there like, fuck, I should have just done it. That's what I mean when it's too late. You'll have that same regret inside of you. I promise you. So, yeah, today is a day that you need to start. Not tomorrow, not next week, not after Christmas, not after the New Year. Just start today and you figure it out along the way. That's the beauty of the journey.